Hi, I'm Christine. Hola. It's time to talk about another Twilight movie! I went to see the movie last night with the midnight crowd, and people have been asking me, so how was Breaking Dawn? I don't know exactly how to describe it. It was crazy. We had the really good parts. We had the really not good parts. We had the cringe-worthy, crazy-ass parts that make Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn. I very much enjoyed the opening scene with Bella. We started on her shoes, everyone's getting ready for the wedding, carrying the big things as they walk by. Does no one have vision? Vision, get it? Ha ha ha. The flashback with Edward from the 20s. I don't think it was really necessary. It seems kind of out of place with the whole thing. Whatevs. You know, it was in the beginning, so we forget about it by the end. It's all good. Really loved Alice's dress for the wedding. When Alice and Jasper did their little swing dance routine. Oh, Alice, you! Bella's dress. It looked really good on Kristen Stewart's figure because she's so slight and it flowed really nice on her. Any part with Charlie in the movie made the scene brighten up. It was like, oh, good scene, because Charlie just like made a facial expression like, with the graduation caps. Are those graduation caps? And the mom's like, cool idea. Weird. That's weird. The wedding with all the speeches was great. The humans, anytime they're involved, it's funny. Jessica's whole spiel about Edward was hysterical. Bella's coming down the aisle. Shot, shot, shot. Hold on Stephenie Meyer for a good 5 seconds. Shot. They get to aisle Esme. They go into the house, the door is all glass and the door just rotates. How cool is that door? Wow, if I ever have an island that no one else is on, so I don't care if anyone sees inside my house, I want a door that rotates. I really like the lead up with Kristen having her human moments. They really stayed very close to the book on this part. The moon section is a little awkward to watch. One of those Twilight moments where you're like, running through the woods, slow motion, But then we got the sex scene inside the house, and that was good. I thought they did a good job with that. Fun fact, Breaking Dawn actually was given a rated R rating originally. Had to cut out some thrusting stuff. I love the chest references. I was like, oh god. This is so good. Chess. Oh, the book cover of Breaking Dawn. The cliff diving scene. It's harkening back to New Moon Faux Show. Except this time, instead of drowning, Bella's on Edward's back because they're partners now. And they jump in and I like how it's like, oh shoot! Edward won't have sex with Bella again. And she comes out with all her lingerie. That was really cute. Kristen, I'm working it. And Edward laughing and he puts his head in the pillow. I love that. But the dream of the beach is that she wins at chess. She uses the white queen to knock over the red pawn. Cover. We see Bella again and it's been 2 weeks. She looks like shit. This scene and every scene after that we see Kristen in, just cringing. I couldn't even look at her. She's this bony skeleton thing. Her cheeks are like, and her eyes are like, ugh. Jacob puts on his fun friend facade for Bella. He does this little eyebrow thing. Like, they have this little banter session, which is nice, before he becomes all melodramatic again. I was just glad that they put that in, because he's always supposed to be like that, snide and snarky. So then we have the scene that I hate. I can't believe they kept it in, because it's so awkward. Jacob turns into a wolf, but then we see all the wolves. I'm not impressed by this CGI. It looks like shit compared to Harry Potter. I felt like I was watching a shitty CGI version of The Lion King. The slow version Scar Simba fight. Their voices so hokey. I don't know. In New Moon, I feel like the wolves look better than in Eclipse and in Breaking Dawn. They look cartoony. Eclipse, I was just like, I don't know how they got worse, and I don't know why. You have so much friggin' money. Just put some money into making the wolves blend in with the surroundings and not look like cartoons. They're too bright, they're too shiny. Bow to me! I swear to God, the whole theater, when that scene ended, what the fuck was that? I kind of laughed embarrassingly for them. The movies didn't set that plot line up right, and also the movies don't spend enough money on CGI. Before I move on to another thing, so the wolves attack, unlike in the book where they don't attack. They keep zooming out, which I think is a terrible idea because the wolves don't look good. When you have the close-ups, you know, you can believe it. It's just like, ah! You back up and you see all these cartoon things and you see the people and it just looks fake. That bathtub scene. You know, it's one thing reading this, imagining her looking like shit. She's just disgusting. You know what they took out? A lot of the Jacob Rosalie banter. They had a little bit of it. But they didn't have the dog bowl thing, which was really funny in the book. Us as Twilight fans, we're just so immune to it because we see it in our heads. It's not that weird. You see it in a movie, it is weird. Like, this is a weird movie. It's crazy stuff happens. You give Bill Condon a really hard job because if you think about it, there's no really climactic scene. The middle is just like a huge blob of waiting. It's a lot of internal monologue with Jake. The birth scene is just really, really weird. I think he did a really good job. Bella, they decide to give her blood. She drinks the blood in my head. She just swallows. You know, I never thought about the fact that the blood gets all over her teeth. She's speaking and she's like, this is yummy, and her teeth are covered. But I'm glad they put it in and didn't think we were pansies and couldn't take it. Or her spine cracks in half. Rob catches her. First of all, that spine cracking thing was, oh God, you don't imagine it being from here. The birthing scene. It's one thing to read it, it's another thing to see it. I think they did a really good job of not making it cut out a lot, and I was just kept looking away. I kept looking down. I was like, so much blood and so much biting. And then Rob, and then they took out the baby and it was just all blood and afterward. We say that her heart has stopped. But in our minds, I just see her passed out, kind of sleeping. This is Bella dead. And they keep zooming out, you get this overhead shot, and it's just really creepy. You don't expect Twilight to be so creepy, but it goes there. I like that it goes there. But oh man, she just looks so dead. But I like how emotional Rob was. Like, no, you have to, you're alive. We don't usually see that much emotion from Edward at all. He was yelling, and I liked that acting from Rob there. How they're showing the poison going through her body. Like, I think we see the needle going into her heart, but I was, the needle going into her heart. When I watched it again, I'm not turning away. I'm not turning away. You know what's really interesting? How we see from Bella's perspective. She's not moving because the morphine, but we go inside her head and she's screaming her head off. And I liked how we saw that juxtaposition. The only time I ever was like, oh, almost teary was when Jake went outside and he collapsed. He started crying because Bella was dead. He just seemed so vulnerable and it was so cute. But then he goes in to kill Renesmee, and we're all waiting for the imprint scene. They have one of these flashes. We flash Renesmee as older. And I was okay with it at the time because we just came from this blood, gore, horror fest eating a baby out of the stomach. So I was just, okay, you know, I need a break. So it didn't seem as hokey, but I think if it was by itself, you'd be like, oh God. But it's okay. I think we had to see her older so it wouldn't be creepy. When she was older, they'd be together. Instead of being like, oh my God, this baby, we're in love. That is creepy. We've got the Bella turning into a vampire. But I like how they showed that she was changing. Like, visually, you could see it happening. And they put that blue dress on her. Yay! It's not that ugly dress from that flash forward in New Moon. That was terrible. I should have known. Twilight doesn't care about continuity rules. Everyone's hair changes. I didn't see any wristbands, no Cullen crest anywhere in this one. Carlisle's hair is so ugly in this. But yeah, so overall, I don't even know what to say. It was crazy. My favorite part was, I think, the wedding speeches, and I'm gonna rewatch the birthing scene, and I liked the whole fun and games section when they were on their honeymoon. Bye guys, thanks for joining me. Let me know what you thought of the movie. The scene where Rob can hear Renesmee, I love that. It was so funny. They're just all cooing and laughing and smiling, and then Jacob comes up the stairs. Faux reals.